Hello, my name is Dan Oakes, and I'm excited to announce the official release of Cookin' version 9. Now, Cookin' version 8 is great software, there's no doubt about it. In fact, it's the #1 best-selling recipe organizer with over 3 million copies sold. That's not easy to improve on, but we did have some exciting ideas on ways to make Cookin' even better. One of the main areas of focus for us was on the user interface. In Cookin' version 8, the recipes are displayed for the most part in a very textual type format that's black and white and to a certain extent somewhat uninspiring. And so in the new version of Cookin', we overhauled the software, we rewrote it from the ground up, it's completely new, and one of the main features and one of the main differences you're going to notice is this user interface. And you're going to notice that when you browse recipes in the new version of Cookin', they're going to appear very colorful and very graphical and very inspiring. So you can actually theme your own recipe and then it will be displayed in a way that's very graphical. One of the other main areas of focus for us was ease of use. And in order to make Cookin' even easier to use, we added this Cookin' Bookshelf tab, which is always displayed. So no matter what you're doing over here, you always have access to your recipes over on this side of the screen. So they're right at your fingertips no matter what. And we wanted to make it very intuitive also. So if you want to move this recipe, for example, up into this position, you can just drag it and drop it. Or if you want to copy, let's say, this recipe right here and move this over into this chapter, then you can just drag it and drop it there. It's that easy. In fact, you can control click and select multiple recipes. Then you can move them, or you can copy them. You can right click on them and you can delete them, or you can email them. And so Cookin', the new version 9, is so easy to use, it's intuitive, and it's very appealing graphically, but also we wanted to make it very flexible. To demonstrate how flexible Cookin' version 9 is, let me go back to Cookin' version 8 for a second, and you'll see that when you're planning menus, you're bound to a framework that has 1 week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Saturday, right? And you can drag and drop recipes onto your menu, which is nice, but you can't really add food items. And so in the new version of Cookin', we improve this. When you plan menus in Cookin' version 9, you can do so for a meal with an appetizer, main dish, side dish, beverage, and dessert, for example, or for one whole day with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or for a week or a month or 3 months or any amount of time. Because you see, you can customize your menus any way you want. You can take a menu for 1 week, for example, and you might say, you know, for Tuesday only, we're having guests come, and I want to get a little more detailed, and I want a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for that day. And so you can do that. And you can make your menu by dragging and dropping recipes, just like the old version. And you can combine recipes on your menu. But you can also add food items. So for dinner, I may want a half gallon of milk. And that's going to make my menu even more complete. And that's going to give you an even greater degree of flexibility when planning menus. And finally, we really wanted to add some powerful features for the more advanced users. With the new user interface, we have a lot of options. For example, right now, we're in what's called the menu planning perspective, and this is convenient when planning menus. When browsing recipes, you can switch back to the recipe browsing perspective, and that moves it to the full screen. You can minimize this window and you can see even more of your recipe. And the neat thing is you can open up multiple tabs here. So I'm going to close this here. I'm going to open up multiple recipe tabs. And in this one I'm going to open this recipe. And in this one I'm going to open up this recipe. And in this one I'm going to open up this recipe. Okay, and now I can take and drag this one down to here, and I can drag this one over to here. So the new version of Cookin' is very powerful for advanced users. It's very flexible, and it's easy to use. And best of all, it looks really good. And that makes it fun. And if Cookin's fun to use, then you're more likely to use it. And if you use Cookin', it's going to save you time and money at the grocery store, and it's going to simplify meal preparation. So upgrade to Cookin' version 9 today.